lot is new now?
Yeah, it's the start of every season's exciting. Long off season, so been thinking about it for a while. It's nice to get things going. A lot of guys have been back here for a while skating together. I think it's good for us, and but now it's started camp, and you just move along with the process.
Jack, you guys come from a 62-point season. How much does the goal move toward major improvement before you can even start thinking about the playoffs? Or how much does playoffs enter the mind right away?
Well, I think first you want to create something, right? You want to create something in camp. You want to create a culture. You want to create a new identity as a group. I think last year we've put that behind us at this point. There's a lot of new people in here. I think there's a new mindset. There's a new standard, and I think you'll see a different group of guys with the way we conduct ourselves, the way we handle ourselves, and I think that's our first goal. Obviously, have a good camp and take it from there. But like anything, you start with day one, and you take care of everything along the way. And as I said, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, but we're excited. We think we have a lot of good players. We think we're trending in the right direction. So there's a lot of parity in the NHL, and I think there's a lot to be optimistic about. So I think it's an exciting time, and I know I'm excited. I know there's a lot of guys in the room that are excited. So just getting to play hockey again. I mean, this is a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, fair to say that given all the off-season moves that have happened, and you talked about the new guys coming in, has Jason in some ways eliminated any excuses for this team to not look back and to also to be better?
There's always going to be excuses. We're professional complainers. But you know what? I think that he's done a lot of communicating with us in terms of seeing our side of things and trying to figure out what management can do, coaches can do to make our relationship mend better, and they've done a wonderful job. I think that's one of the things that I feel more confident now than I have ever been. I think there's that open line of communication, and you feel like you can, if you have something that's bothering you, you get it off your chest. If you think that we need to change something around the room, whatever it may be. And Phil's been great for the last few weeks, just with us and having our input, seeing what we think, and so I think it's sort of a bit of a change for us, and it's a good one. I think that's how it needs to be. You look at the teams that are successful year after year. It's that open line. It's that player coach one relationship instead of battling with them. And it's been a good start so far. I just want to continue it. Obviously, you're not going to agree on everything, but as I said, I think we're taking a lot of right steps, and just to start a camp, being ready to go on the ice tomorrow, putting a good workout, competing. I think that's how you start.
When did you develop a sense of humor?
Oh, I've had it. I just don't have one with you guys.
But you seem upbeat. I mean,
yeah.
You're loose.
Yeah.
You're engaged.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean. It was a long summer. There's a lot to process. There's a lot to think about, reflect on. So I'm just excited. I mean, you've been waiting for the season for a while. This is the first step, medicals and doing this sort of thing. But it's just good to be here. Like, I think there's a lot of good energy in the building. I think guys are excited about the year. All the way trickling down the trainers, and I think that everyone knows how we can be a much better team, much different team, and like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. But I think we see our potential as a group, and there's plenty of steps that we have to take for it to come to conclusion. But this is step one, and just getting through camp, having a good camp, and coming together as a group, and just being excited to be back playing hockey.
Jack, how much does down change everything from the attention the team gets to the style the team is going to play, having that guy having that much attention already?
Well, it's great. Obviously we pick up a franchise defenseman and a really good kid, a really good player, and we're super lucky to have him. I think it was, a huge point of this organization's off season, where I think with so much negativity around the group last year, and rightfully so, we had a tough season, but I think with the draft lottery, winning it, being able to select a player of his caliber and adding him to our group, I think it's just it's something that I think the city as fans needed a bit to look at it and bring that excitement back again, and I think it's great. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good young players. Just seeing a little bit of the prospects games and following it a little bit, it seems like there's a lot of really, really good young players, and Rasmus included in the group. He's going to be really good, and we're lucky to have him. So I think it was good for our city and our team, our organization, in terms of the excitement and building it back up again, because obviously we had a bit of a letdown last year, and our fans have stuck by us for a while. So it's good that they're excited. Well, it seems like they're excited again for another season. I know I am, and hopefully it's a good one.
Jack, you talked about the negativity from last year's season. I mean, considering how last year ended, do you kind of feel like that made it necessary for this team to have the roster overhaul that it had over the last couple of years?
Well, I think it was sort of inevitable with the way things went last year. New changes were going to be made. There was a lot of there's a lot of negative and a lot of bad, and I think we've put that behind us at this point. Last year's last year. I think that the guys in the room now are excited about the opportunity that we have.
Jack, today Robin Leonard came out with a first-person story in The Athletic about his struggles at the end of last season. Have you reached out to him at any point in the last few months, and what was your reaction to it?
Yeah, I had spoke to Lenny. Obviously, towards the end of last season, he was going through some personal stuff, and I think as a group we kind of just gave him the space and allowed him to address that. I had spoke with him a few times this summer, actually, and he reached out to me at whenever he felt like it was the right time, and I spoke with him on the phone for a little bit, just talking to him, and it's really good to see that he's doing well, that he's on a better path. Obviously we had a personal conversation, and we talked about a lot of things, but it's nice to see it. Obviously, he's a really good guy, and he was a good teammate to us, and it's never good to see somebody you care about going through that stuff. But I'm happy to see him get another opportunity, and it's great to see that he's worked things out, and I wish him all the best.
Jack, beyond Rasmus coming in, how critical is it in your mind that other young first or second year players force the issue, create spots, make this team younger, faster, more offensive?
Well, I think it's great. Even just skating the last few weeks with the guys, there's been a lot of us in early, which I think has been great. We've been skating together for a while, and I think that the depth and the competition within spots on the roster is higher than it's been in the last few years, which is great. I mean, you're seeing some of the young guys come in that, whether they played in their prospect tournament or not, there's a lot of skill. A lot of really good young players that have been brought in the organization, and I think they're going to push people for spots, and I think there's going to be a lot of competition within the team, which is going to, in turn benefit everybody. So, I think it's a really good situation for us.
Thanks, everyone.
All righty, thanks guys. Yeah, take care.